So this is a nice little spot that this is my computer actually. So I have gotten into sculpting, by the way. I have recently gotten into sculpting. I don't know how much of it. The light changes the definition, alright. So you can get an understanding. This is the first time I have actually sculpted something. As in, I have tried clay modeling as a child, but I've never really sat down and sculpted like with the, with the armature, with a wire frame, and then with aluminium foil on top of that, and then clay. So I've never really done this. All right, never really made a sculpture. So I'm happy, is what I mean. With how it turned out. It's got the. This actually broke, so I stuck it back, and I didn't really pay attention to where I was sticking it back, so now it's sticking out. Kind of like what hair is supposed to be like, right? So, this is my first attempt at like a 3D sort of a, and the idea was that I know it's very, very wonky. Obviously, I'm not saying it's exceptionally good or anything like that. Like, I didn't smooth it out. I didn't. It started drying too quickly as well in places. So, I didn't really estimate how long that would take. And the eyes are very, very wonky. And the overall features, like the nose is a little twisted and it's not smoothened out. But you get an idea. Like, that's where the skull is, and then the beard and all of that. So it's not like this one. Anyway, what I mean to say is I am happy with how it turned out for something that I tried for the very first time. And I call it Adamus, right? So from Adam, the first man, right? The first creation of clay. And yes, obviously, because I made it subconsciously and maybe even consciously, you sort of base a little bit of the facial structures and all on yourself, because the closest frame of reference that you have for features and things like that is yourself. So, and yes, and this is a nice little spot, and that's a cryptanthus, and that's a dwarf syngonium. And this is, anyway, what I wanted to show you. Like, this is Cryptanthus zonatus, I think. Also called a zebrina. I mean, it's such a striking plant. It's got, it's black. Oh, it's not really black. It's this chocolate, really dark chocolate, slight yellow maroonish sort of tint. And that's the best way to explain. It looks to me like a Komodo dragon. Let me put it this way. Maybe that's what I'll call it. I'll call it a Komodo. But what a beautiful, beautiful plant. I think it's also called Cryptanthus zebrina. Cryptanthus zonatus. I mean, it is so striking. It's like no other plant that I know of. And now, Cryptanthus is something that I'm experimenting for the first time with, and there are thousands of varieties that you can get in that, thousands of variations. I have not been exceptionally. I've managed to keep them alive for most of the time. I have some outside. It's that strawberry sort of variant of it. Which has crumpled up on me. Hence, I have placed it outside to see maybe a little bit of sun and maybe a little bit of less damp soil is going to help it. And it seems to be doing all right. Let's see how that works out. And that's also a cryptanthus. And that's also a cryptanthus. This one I really like. The colors are... I mean, it looks very light on the camera. It's actually much darker red in terms of its color. Maybe if I change the... So this is, from here maybe slightly more redder. But it's more red than what I can see on screen. And that is an aloe black gem. That's it's a different sort of an aloe. It's a cultivar. Right, and I use a lot of coal and a lot of grit in my substrates. So anyway, and this is a little devil's backbone. Actually, I really wanted to show you something really nice. I think this is my new favorite. Let me just pick it up. All right. So this arrangement, I have really started liking. Maybe I can. All right, this is my. Okay, all right, not the right. All right, this is my Hawthornia. Haworthia, sorry. Um, and all right, so the colors, the right place. Maybe. All right, I've put it in a tin can, in a tea tin can, and I'm really happy with the overall aesthetic of it. It looks like something you would find in a desert sort of a landscape, and a lot more grit in the substrate as well. So that's my little corner that I've been developing. Let's see how that turns out. And so just wanted to show the Zonatus. It's such a strange looking plant, right? I mean, we associate plants with the color green, and we associate plants with the maybe with a little bit of dash of color. But this is such a striking color. It's almost monochrome, right? It's almost monochrome. It's like a white and a black, and it looks like a zebra. It looks like a it looks like a white. No, it looks like a tiger to me also. I don't know why. It looks like the stripes of a tiger, and it looks very exotic, and it looks very alien to me. It looks so strange for a plant. So yeah, that's about it for this.